Yeah, I wanted to do a video regarding the whole, a lot of things I see on YouTube regarding black women with straight hair. There's a lot of videos and comments saying that they're self-hating and that they're trying to be like white women. And I completely disagree. And of course, I'm not a woman trying to defend myself for having straight hair, because obviously I don't have straight hair. But I have my own reason for thinking that they are not trying to be like white women. And growing up as a young child, us as black women were given Barbie dolls, baby dolls, all with straight hair. I never had a baby doll or a Barbie with an afro or locks. So, and a lot of things that happen to you when you're a child, it sticks and it plays subliminally into your subconscious. So, I could definitely understand why a lot of black women wear their hair straight. And it has nothing to do with them trying to be like a white woman. If you look up to something, because I know as a young girl, you really look at your Barbie doll and you hold her to high regards for the most part. All young girls love Barbie dolls and love baby dolls. So if that's what you're playing with on a daily basis and you're like, oh my God, I love this doll, I want to be like this doll, you're going to grow up with straight hair. And most of the Barbie dolls have long straight hair down to the back, the middle of their back. And so I yell it. And so it's definitely a correlation with how you see black women today, because a lot of them have weave all the way down to the middle of their back, which is even longer than most European women that you see. And I really think that they're trying to imitate that baby doll, which is probably it's kind of sad in a way, but I could definitely relate to it just because I grew up with the whole not having long straight hair, and it kind of did play a little trip on me as a young child. The only benefit that I really got was being light skinned, and that's another story because I have a sister that's dark skinned, and we used to always be compared in these ways where I was considered more attractive in my. That's what I got as a young child. It was that I was better, and my sister was getting that she's not as good because she's dark skinned. Because people would actually, people wouldn't say that, but if people are always coming up to you saying, oh, your skin complexion is so nice, and then you're not hearing the same for your sister, that's going to make you think certain things. And I'm pretty sure that made her think certain things. Actually, I'm sure, because we had this discussion before. And also, on another end of the scale, I always had the real tight, kinky, nappy hair that nobody wants. And my sister always had the wavy, curly, loose curled hair. And there were times where I had to stay inside the house and get my hair pressed out while my sister's outside playing with everybody else, with the rest of my cousins. And what type of effect do you think that puts on a young child if they're told that they're not presentable, they're not professional enough to go outside and play because their hair is not straight, And I'm very sure that I'm not the only young girl that went through this, because during the time where I grew up in the 80s, people were very, very into the whole looking presentable when you go outside, and part of the looking presentable had to do with your hair being straightened. I didn't know too many young girls my age in my school that had natural hair, and the ones that did have natural hair were teased, that always happened when I had natural hair. People used to tell me to go get a perm. And I don't think people talk about this a lot. Like, I was really bashed as a child. People were always telling me, go get a perm. Oh my God, your hair is so nappy. Go get a perm. And what do you do? I mean, if you're not being, as a child, it's very important for you to feel liked and for you to have friends. And if you feel like the only way for you to have friends is to, I mean, that's probably one aspect. The only reason for you to get friends is to have straight hair. You're going to do that to fit in with the crowd. And that just goes and springs into adulthood. And then you're there teaching your child the same thing. Because you don't want them to go through what you went through. So, another thing is my mom had bought me and my sister these dolls called the Kenya doll. My sister had the Kenya dolls. No, don't do that. And I had the Kenyatta doll. The Kenya doll was a dark-skinned doll with straight hair. And the Kenyatta doll had more of a curly hair, but it was very hard to comb out and stuff like that. And she was light-skinned, which was really a coincidence because she reminded me of myself. Can you not do that? No. Cut it out. No. All right, but I'm pretty sure you get the drift. Right? Hopefully. Okay, bye. Peace.